Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Um, I didn't really do a lot. I got an oil change. I got the Division 2. Played at my girlfriend's apartment. Uh, well, her grandma's apartment. Uh, Went to church, and I guess because it's Lent, uh, because of Lent, the two priests were the only ones not wearing green. They were wearing purple. Yeah, they were they were the only ones there. So, to be honest, I haven't really been paying attention to this whole college scandal because it doesn't really involve Trump or Republicans or Democrats or anything. It's really just not surprised, basically to run it down from what little I know, a bunch of rich people bribed their kids into college. They bribed colleges to accept their unqualified kids. They Jared Kushner their kids. That's what happened with Jared Kushner. His rich daddy bought him into, I think, Harvard. I don't know. I know it was in a school. I think it was Harvard. I'm guessing. Bill Maher commented on Jared Kushner himself. He said, your entry into Harvard isn't merit based when your acceptance letter comes with a receipt. Now, besides that little Jared Kushner comparison, it's not really a political issue. Or at least it wasn't until dumb fuck Stuart Varney decided to connect the people who are opposed to people being allowed to buy their kids into college, make it into an anti-Trump thing. He was like, "Oh, people who are against allowing rich people to buy their kids into college, they are anti-Trump." I guarantee you that, sir. I wasn't really gonna respond to this until I saw this shit in my watch later playlist.
Here's how the college entrance cheating scheme worked. Some very rich parents used a consultant to offer hefty bribes to get their sons and daughters into very good schools. Two pathways to get them in. One, use big money to fix SAT scores and entrance exams.
Okay, with you so far.
Two, bribe college coaches to admit unqualified students as athletes. There you have it. Sure leaves a bad taste in your mouth, doesn't it? The parents are rich and famous, the very people, the elites, who tell us how to live, how we are all deplorables.
That's pretty much it. But of course, Stuart Varney has to make it about Trump. Here we go.
I don't want to hear another moral lecture from Hollywood. Thank you very much. I haven't asked, but I'm pretty sure those parents hate Trump.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what made me want to respond to this video. Okay. I won't interrupt until he's done with his stupid little rant.
Just a few years ago, getting an unqualified kid into a good school and keeping them there would have been much more difficult because their intellectual shortcomings would have been caught. That was back in the day when tests and grades were much tougher. Today, Harvard's Alan Dershowitz says many schools have abolished failing grades. Many have dropped grades altogether. So once you've bribed your way in, you're in to stay. Another failure of the modern American university. This scandal has a long way to go. If you're very rich and you fund a new college building and your child gets in, is that okay? If your youngster studied, tried hard, got the grades but didn't get in, what do? Class action lawsuit, anyone? And even though these elite colleges didn't know what was going on, do they face any liability? These are legal questions for the future. What we're dealing with now is national outrage. The rich and famous, business and Hollywood, have been wagging their fingers at us for years, lecturing us on racism, sexism, and other evils. And now this. Last point. Some of the parents use the bribes as a charitable tax deduction.
Just fucking wow. I'm used to hearing usually when someone takes a benign situation or a really stupid situation, it doesn't involve politics or Trump, usually that person's on the left. It's like, this is all motivated by Trump. I'm like, no, this has nothing to do with Trump. You fucking SJW, left-wing SJW snowflake. But for once, it's Stuart Varney. Some fucking British conservative who's making this about Trump. Making it about us versus them. Hollywood versus the rich. The left versus right. Rich right-wingers versus left-wing poor people. This has nothing... This has to do... He's like, well, I believe that all rich people... Stuart Varney's like, well, I'm just defending just the natural order. Rich people on top, poor people on the bottom. I am totally defending you getting your unqualified, stupid, spoiled, rich brat into school by any means necessary, even money or bribery, because I am a British man who sold his soul for my job. That is what Fox News is. They don't care if it's right or wrong. They believe that someone needs to be on top and someone needs to be on the bottom. They think that rich white people need to be on the top and everyone else, including poor white people, on the bottom. They view us as animals. They do. And not once does he give an argument. He just says, "Oh, these people, they just hate Trump. Wait. I keep forgetting. Most 99% of the people that I'm responding to are American. I keep forgetting. This is the 1%. I'm responding to a foreigner. Oh, it's like, oh no, someone has to be on top. Someone has to be on the bottom. They view us as animals. Yeah. Stuart Varney, I mean, like, I am not for, if I was president, I'm not for, deporting people who immigrated here legally, but, like, let's say I got hold of the apple of Eden, and I went mad with power, and I just started deporting all immigrants. Stuart Varney would be the very first one to go. The very first. He is putting Trump in a situation. This is about what is fair and morally just. There are people who are qualified who don't get into school because they don't have the money. Because even though in Denmark they pay you to go to college. I'm not saying we should go there because I don't speak Danish. Also, Denmark is a monarchy. And although I do say about America that with this current administration, this current government, I am no longer sure we are a republic, if I may quote Thomas Jefferson. But I still prefer this country. But why don't we just do what they do? Why do we have to be so different, including in a bad way? It's like, we're America. We are so different from every other country, including in bad ways. Why can't we be different in the good ways? Like, we are the most free, but why can't we also... And we also the most sexy... We got... McDonald's is on every fucking corner, and I love it. And Wendy's, where you can get a junior cheeseburger and large pepper for $5. For about $5 even, depending on where you're at. 1 second. Mission accomplished. This is just Stuart Varney bringing politics into a situation that has nothing to do with politics and more just financial corruption. And just a time to just defend his daddy Trump and just make it it's us versus them, it's us liberals, it's us rich conservatives versus them poor liberals who don't have a money in their name, the manals. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Well, I hope everyone has St. Patrick's Day. I know I did, despite all this happened late, so I had a great time with my girlfriend, and I love her. I want everyone to stay out there, stay progressive, and as always, may the force be with you.
Remember, the force will be with you, always.